Welcome back to our Survivor 41 rankings, coming off of what I thought was a poorly produced episode. But how are you all feeling after yesterday's episode?
I'm getting discouraged that I still feel like I don't know half of these people because, I mean, like you said, this episode was focused mainly on these advantages. We didn't really see a whole lot outside of that. So I'm finding it hard to rate them because I don't really know anybody.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's exactly my feelings as well. It's hard to rate these people when we see maybe 5 or 6 of them in an episode and some of it's negative. So it's like, do I even want to rank this person? But
it makes you wonder why they're giving so much time to some of these rewards that are not even usable anymore, because one of the little 3-part idol is now gone. So
I'm assuming they got to rehide that, man.
Yeah, you just devoted 30 minutes of your 40-minute episode to a power that is no longer usable. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward. It is kind of awkward in that sense. And I'm kind of over that 3-part idol thing. Just no more after this season. No more. I don't want to hear them talk about broccolis or friggin'.
No, it's so stupid.
It's so stupid. And I don't know. I think this episode was if you're a fan of the game itself, then you might like it. But if you're trying to see who is worthy of winning or who is playing a good game, you're not seeing anything. I
don't even think any of this is good game. As we're all obviously Survivor fans. I want to see the conversations. I want to see the strategizing. I want to see, how people are coming to these decisions. It's all, even their decisions are all based on these advantages because nobody can keep their fucking mouths closed and everybody knows that.
With that as well. That's Brad's downfall. That was Xander's downfall. It was Xander's downfall for his partner, Voce. So, they're all
talking.
They're all talking too much. And it was crazy. Shan's decision, she's been the person who's made the decision every time. But I've actually been confused about both times. I'm confused about the vote against Brad. And I'm kind of confused about the first vote too. I already forgot the name, but I felt like it was better to keep Sarah for her, and then now Brad over JD. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Brad trusts her too.
Yeah, but Brad has Genie, and now Genie has nobody, so that's why it's innately better, I think.
I mean, I'm also disappointed just because I liked Brad more than JD. I think he was a funnier character.
Yeah.
He had a lot more upside, I think. I mean, I didn't like that he found the idol. I mean, when these things always just scream beware, getting on the boat this time was not so bad, but I so bad just want to see someone find something that says beware and just lead their ally to it and just say, you deal with this shit. You know what I mean? Hey, Genie, you come deal with this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Brad was also, I was just warming up to Brad this episode.
Me too.
I was gonna rank him high if he survived, but he didn't. So
I guess I felt the opposite because I was warming up to him last episode. This episode, I think the edit itself was annoying me so much that I was kind of over Brad too. Unfortunately, because of the edit.
By association.
You ran and told everybody about. I mean, Genie was with him, but he immediately ran to Shan and told.
Why? Why tell?
Why not just leave it at the one? Okay, show your loyalty to her. Tell her about the one that you just found. But then you went and also told her about the second one that was completely unnecessary information to share.
Oh,
he
yeah.
deserved to be blindsided.
Yeah.
I don't know why you tell anybody about an idol, in my opinion, honestly.
But then you also don't leave it half sticking out of your pants and get caught with it.
What was he doing walking away and coming back? He already had that extra vote, right?
Went to the bathroom, allegedly.
That was a weird edit. In the way that it was he came back from the bathroom and now he has a thing coming out of his pants or whatever. That sounded wrong, but I just don't understand. We don't get to know these players enough to understand how they're playing. It is true, and it's kind of sad to watch because I don't know anything about the blue team besides Nasir and Sydney now. I guess.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of an edit, but only because Nasir was trying to start some drama, and
he's always trying to start some drama. So I just give him
Nasir
I give him props.
Drama. Let's just be clear about that. Sydney's the drama starter. It's
yeah. Of course.
Nasir is just trying to build an alliance with someone who doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Nasir is oblivious, but
It's
Nasir's
fucked up.
Nasir's not trying to start sturdy.
Okay.
Sydney,
I can give that to
Sydney's
you.
got though. Like she's stirring it up bad.
Sydney's sneaky.
Sydney just wants in with Deshawn and Danny so bad.
I'll dunk on Sydney when we get to her in the ranking, or not being in the ranking, but
prime pick me.
I feel like Probst said it preseason that like they had a lot of time in quarantine to figure stuff out. And I feel like one of the things they did with this season and why we're getting so many power, like why they're focusing on the power so much, is because I really just think they had too much time in quarantine to figure, and they're like, oh, let's do this power. Let's have a season where we make so many powers, but half of them are bad and people don't want to get them. And we're just going to put them in plain sight with the word beware on it. And we're going to test how many people actually pick up this power that sucks.
That was the first note that I wrote was we're just leaving advantages out in the open now. Like we're not even going to try to hide them.
I'm going to go back to Dora the Explorer. I feel like we dumbed down the season to like appeal to like younger kids or whatever. And I just feel like I'm watching.
But it's the opposite. I feel like it's overly complicated.
It's overly complicated, but you're finding advantages right in the camp. You're having like freaking people talking to you in the camera, and then you have all these puzzles to play with. Like, I just feel like it's geared towards.
Alex really doesn't like it when Jeff breaks that third wall and talks directly to him.
Yeah, I don't. I like watching Jeff without him looking at me. Like that's what I like.
I feel like he did this episode.
I didn't see it unless I missed it. Maybe he didn't.
I don't think he did this time.
No, he didn't do it this time, but like last episode still lingers for me, like him just talking to us randomly. Like I just feel so weird about
narrating
it.
your dreams every night.
I know, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like for viewers, if this is supposed to be for kids, they're not doing a very good job of explaining things for anybody.
Do we know if Xander even got his vote back now? Like now that power is like,
we don't know. I think
no, Xander definitely still has no vote.
So Xander will never have a vote then, because that.
No, they're gonna
rehide it. Genie's probably gonna find it.
Maybe.
But does it matter? It doesn't matter. None of this matters to me.
It doesn't.
It's just like I can't.
Too many weeks though, with them saying these weird things at these challenges, people are going to catch on to something happening.
It kind of just why even have a hidden immunity idol in that?
Yeah,
what's the point? Yeah.
Anymore. Yeah, and Jeff's like, Xander, would you like to respond?
Yeah,
right.
So awkward, so awkward.
That he doesn't even give like Luvu a chance. He's like, all right, so moving on to the job.
It's dumb. It's been really dumb, honestly.
I mean, it's clear that blue team, no one from blue team's gonna win, right? Unless it's like Nasir or like Sydney at this point.
If you were Brad, would you not tell Sydney while you're with her to try to find this like beware advantage at her camp just to get that? One's already in play. You need that third one. Why would you not just tell her
in front of Tiffany? Of all people, Tiffany, who immediately was trying to like bully Sydney to take in the tarp and then didn't even like pounce on that.
Yeah, she was crazy.
I mean, if we're going to touch on that, they had like a real communication breakdown there because Tiffany and Sydney were both trying to call the other one's bluff on taking the tarp. And then they both took the tarp, and the only one who benefited was Brad, who went home. Yeah. So now they're both going to assume that the other person is gonna have an extra vote that they don't have. That so
and that whole like 20 minutes didn't mean fucking shit.
It didn't.
The girls didn't get anything, and Brad left. So it was a waste of everything.
We dedicated too much time on Brad, like in a way that like it now just feels like, I don't know, I wasted a whole episode watching Brad get all these advantages, tell everybody, and then go home.
I mean, I
think they really wanted to just highlight this blind side. Like, he's gonna, they just really wanted to highlight the blind side.
He literally could do anything about it though. Like, it's not a blind side, in my opinion, if the person is completely powerless to stop it. I mean, I think he was surprised, if that's what you want from a blind side.
Yeah, what it is.
He was blindsided. I wasn't blindsided. I even said it last week on this thing. Like, Brad's at the bottom of that tribe. He was clearly at the bottom of that tribe. And if they went to tribal, he was gone. Shan, JD, and Ricard are tight. They're very tight. And that means whoever's not in that group on that tribe is going to go.
Well, Mike, your team's going to be up next for elimination. It's your turn.
Wait, what?
Brad wasn't
the
next in our list, is it?
No, it was Danny. Meg
He
picked
skipped
Brad
over
second.
Danny and went to Brad, but it was still my team.
It was still her team.
It was
so
still Meg's team, so
it would be you next.
I could absolutely positively see Heather going. I could
100%.
somewhat see Tiffany going. I don't see Shan going. I mean, as long as I hold on to Shan, my winner pick, I'll be happy. I'll be having a good time.
She's gonna be safe.
Clearly the star of my team.
She's a star, period.
Clearly.
At the moment, she's the star, period.
All right, let's get to the rankings. Let's get to our bottom two, which is Genie and Heather. This is the first time that Heather is not last. Genie is last.
Genie's last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on
She
Genie?
has no fucking clue what is going on in this game. She has no idea.
She doesn't.
I really had such high hopes for like grocery Genie or whatever she is, but like she's really dropping the ball.
I will say, okay, I'll go on devil's advocate here, right? I feel like her not knowing anything that's going on in this tribe could help in a tribe with Shan and Ricard and JD left. I feel like it's very possible that if they go to tribal again, they're going to turn on each other. I mean, there's no trust with JD right now. Ricard, sneaky, always want to make moves. No one's going to want to take Genie out, to be honest.
They will.
You think they will?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think
they're 100% gonna take Genie out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't know.
All right.
If she's smart enough.
There's a part of me that believes they're going to put Brad's idol back in the exact same fucking spot. And who knows exactly where he found it?
Genie.
I think that could be her one saving grace. So for me, she snuck into spot 10 on my list, just barely, because I think there's a chance she gets the idol and that Blue finds their idol. And then if she has an idol, I think give her at least 10. I think it was just me disliking, or not disliking, but thinking these people are either completely invisible or irrelevant or so out of it that I'm like, well, at least Genie has that going for her. So
Genie's just on the bottom of that tribe, so it was easy for me not to rank her. Like, she's just clearly on the bottom of that floor.
Mike, you were the only one to rank her.
I was the only one to rank her, and she only got 10, so no wonder she got lowest ranking.
Yeah.
I mean, any thoughts on Heather, who has no edit whatsoever?
Does she want to play? Does she know why she's here?
I don't know who she is.
She clearly wants to play from the secret scene. She's just absolutely insane, and I wish we actually saw that in the episode.
I wish we did too.
Because she's funny in the one scene that I've seen of Heather, which was a secret scene. She was funny, and also I feel like, I believe it or not, I totally could see her going because she's Heather, but I could also totally see the drama between Nasir and Cindy and Deshawn and Danny keeping Heather safe.
I could see that too.
So for that reason, I actually did rank Heather at 9, only because I could totally see her pulling off, not through any thing of her own, just surviving because that tribe is just becoming this mess because they have all these built up frustrations that just because she absolutely sucks and rides the sit out bench, she could just survive just because she's not smart enough to be doing the most like Sydney or whatever.
I mean, maybe that's her plan, to be the one to sit out.
Yeah.
Everybody else wants their moment to shine. She doesn't have to complete, therefore she can't suck at the challenge. They can't blame it on her. She gets the safer energy. She's obviously not funny enough to make the edit though.
She should be. She was funny on
advantages.
YouTube. Right, exactly. That's what we're missing out on. We're missing out on Heather having a dream that Sydney's going for, but the dream was fake, and I'm just trying to put a target on Sydney. Why didn't we see that? Why did we have to
that
see
would have been
the
great
18th?
though?
Why did we have to watch Xander say butterflies for the 8th time? They even I think replayed it. It's just
it's crazy.
We don't need to see all of this bullshit about advantages, especially a vote steal that we spent 15 minutes of the episode on this summit and this vote steal, and literally nothing came out of it. The only person to get anything out of it is gone.
We don't see anything from the Blue Tribe as it is, right?
No, not much.
Interesting comments that I picked up on, and granted, it was from Sydney's perspective, which who knows if that's accurate, but the way it was framed from a little bit I got is that Sydney, Deshawn, and Danny seem to be the tight three there. They said she said something about Heather and Nasir being the outcasts. I'm forgetting somebody. Somebody's so forgettable.
Erica.
Yeah, I can't.
Erica has not had an edit either.
So I do think Heather's on the. It'll be Heather or Nasir, if I had to call who's going to be going first from the Blue Tribe if they have to send somebody.
Blue team's just itching to play, right? So they haven't gone to tribal. They keep winning, and so all this drama that's brewing is just because they're like, I want to play the game, you know.
And for you for next week, he's talking about throwing a challenge.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's like, let's play. We got to get rid of this Nasir cat because he keeps saying my name.
Who's trying to throw?
Go, Danny.
Deshawn. Danny doesn't want to.
Danny does not want to throw it.
Okay,
Deshawn does.
For the record, I barely put the preview into framing with my rankings. Just stuff can be so misleading in the preview.
Exactly.
So misleading that I really don't count it.
JD's preview from last episode it didn't come to fruition. I mean, he's not gone. So, no. Heather, I don't know anything about Heather. I don't know her. We don't know her yet. Aside from the behind the scenes stuff.
Well, the two negative edits are our other bottom four is Nasir and Cindy. So they round.
Oh, really?
12 and 11.
I think they both fell off my ranking this week, even though I ranked, I'm pretty sure, both of them last week, just because they continue to batter at each other. I mean, Sydney's like, we know, Nasir, English isn't your first language, which, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Really, really something. That's all I'm going to say.
It's so like insensitive.
I wrote that down.
She's horrible. She's a horrible person.
She's a monster.
When in preseason, she's just.
I'm sorry, Meg. I called it. I was like, Meg, she's awful. She was like vacationing in Belize. She's like, why is everything closed during a global pandemic? I was trying to find open places.
I told you I did not see that video.
I know. I'm just saying.
Not aware.
She's awful. And
if I would have, my vote would have been different. Although
I
probably would have picked Genie first, and she sucks too. So
I have Cindy ranked. I ranked her 10th just because.
No, I ranked her high.
Just because all the people behind her were unrankable. They're
ranked her high?
I ranked her high because she's the only edit I see in this fucking episode that didn't like turn on her getting out. Like
So anybody that gets an edit gets a high ranking?
At this point, I don't know the game right now. I don't know that dynamics enough to be like, okay, you're playing a great game. I have no idea what's happening.
From the edit that she gets, you honestly think she's playing a great game?
She sold Nasir out. She's gonna be, if her and Danny and Deshawn are good together, then she's safe for now. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have done that to Nasir because like, why stir this up? Because now you're the focal point of it. But I would also say she's at least making something a move and we're watching it on screen.
But once they get Nasir out and there's nobody left to complain about,
it's
hearing these nasty
absolutely
that she's making and immediately turn their backs on her.
Absolutely.
Danny and Deshawn don't need her. They will be fine without her.
I don't know why she's sticking with them anyway. That's just.
I don't understand her gameplay of throwing Nasir under the bus constantly. I don't.
If Nasir wants to talk to you, let it happen. Like. Yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around her logic here, and he's feeding you information, and you want to just keep throwing him under the bus, even though he's just constantly feeding you information.
Yeah, I just hate that style of gameplay of literally spilling everything someone tells you and just constantly throwing them under the bus. It's just so exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
And not helpful, really, to your own game.
What about Nasir, who last week went up 10 spots, this week dropped 7? He's been our up and down.
He just seems like he's at the bottom of that tribe to me. Like it doesn't like Sydney has at least the 2 guys in her pocket, and it feels like he's going to be the easy vote out for them. So
Nasir's problem is like he's talking to people that clearly did not want to play with him. So like if you're socially aware, you would kind of understand to not do all this scheming and plotting with a person that doesn't want to play with you. You know, what's up, Aspen?
Why wouldn't Nasir go and try to team up with the boys though?
Sydney and that's bad gameplay. That is bad gameplay because he's not only telling her everything, he's like actively going against 2 boys who can easily like dominate challenges and might be needed in the tribe. You know, like it's just very jarring.
We don't really know how bad it is though, because we ain't seen shit.
Also true. We don't know how Erica and Heather feel about him. Exactly. Maybe they want to work with him. Like, fuck if I know. I don't know these people.
Aspen, you're joining us. Our bottom four are Genie, Heather, Nasir, and Cindy. Any thoughts on them? Genie is dead last, by the way. Your girl.
Damn.
Aspen, I love your outfit, first of all.
Thank you.
What?
Yeah, honestly, bro, I can't even be mad. You know, my girl, we was right. She don't know what the fuck going on. Like, it just was mind blowing for her to like do that with Ricard at fucking Tribal and like, what the fuck was that? So I mean, I get it. I just didn't expect her to be like last, you know, like dang, y'all.
She has no clue what's happening, Aspen. She's not even on the same island.
Yeah. I know.
Well, any other thoughts on Nasir or Cindy?
No.
Well, we will move on to number 10, who is non-edit Erica. We don't know if she's doing good. We don't know if she's doing bad. It does seem like she could be a part of the three with Deshawn and Danny and Sydney, but we don't know that for sure, really.
We know nothing about
nothing
her.
to say about her.
Has she said
her.
anything in this season? Has she had one confession?
Just the first episode. She had
Did she have a confessional?
I don't know if she had a confessional.
I don't remember.
I think she had a confession on the first episode.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Her and Heather are the two most invisible players in the game by far.
Yeah,
they are.
That doesn't make them like. There's no way they win, right? Like at this point, I don't know. Like I can't see that happening.
I don't see Heather winning at all.
But like at least try to, trick us. Like what? I don't understand. I don't get it.
I mean, we've had non-edits win before, so I could still see Erica winning, but I doubt it.
Who like what's the name that comes in mind that won a season that was so invisible in the beginning? First 2 to 3 episodes. Like, is there anyone that actually was invisible? Wendell, maybe?
No, he was pretty visible.
Yeah, don't do my boy, the furniture maker.
Who? Michelle?
Michelle.
Yeah, I can see that.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
Michelle
about
was
the older girl?
Denise?
Denise?
No, Denise had a lot of edit because of her tribe losing, right? No?
Yeah, I would think so. Tina got
Pretty sure.
Tina.
0 confessionals
Tina.
in the first episode.
Yeah.
But that was season 2,
That
and
was
they were
season
just
2.
trying to hide it because everyone knew Hatch won after episode 1, where he said, "Oh, we got the $1 million check already." So they gave everyone a confessional, but Tina, thinking that would like fool people.
They probably did. Because Colby was probably like everyone's choice to win.
True. Well, we'll move on to number 9, which is Tiffany, who drops 1 spot. Even Mike, even you dropped her.
I put her at 8, very close to where I actually ranked her here.
What? How is she above Genie? Ew, get out of here.
She has an alliance.
She's in a better spot.
She's definitely in a better spot than Genie.
Okay, but like, what was that whole thing with her being weird with Sydney, like doing the idol and stuff? Like,
bad vibes.
Genie wouldn't have even gotten on the boat. So like at least she won.
I was really rooting for like an older woman to like just fucking go ham in a good way.
Yeah.
Tiffany's going ham, but I don't know how far that takes her. She's erratic, and like her alliance with Evie and Leanna, it's like she's at the bottom of that, and she also was very pushy the first time around. So it's like, I don't know.
I kind of love her though. She thinks
I love her too.
She thinks she's doing amazing.
Oh yeah,
She's
so proud of herself.
Yeah,
good for her.
Right? Do it. You're
good for her.
playing Survivor.
She's having fun.
She's having a great time.
Is that she's got numbers? Like it, yes, I mean she does.
That's true.
Genie's got nobody.
No.
Tiffany, I hated the way she handled herself on that little excursion because that's a chance to build trust with other people.
Yeah.
It feels like she was doing everything in her power to like psych them out or make them
my
God.
God.
This is your chance to build connections and
she's playing the game.
I'm here for Mama Tiff.
I respect the bluffing, like, but y'all better pick Tart because I'm picking it. But follow through. If you're gonna do that, follow through.
Agreed.
That's only. I would have ranked her high if she'd have followed through. I would have. I totally would have.
She was scared. She didn't have the balls. I mean, that's a stupid phrase.
All the older women are still there though, which is a feat.
Yeah, that's true.
Any other thoughts on Tiffany?
I need to see her like not be so active. That's for me. Like she needs to dial it back a little bit. I don't know. She's too much. She's too out there.
Yep, she is too much, doing too much, playing too hard, and then but like playing in a weird
early
way.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Number 8 is Danny, who's up 2 spots. Another person with a blue tribe.
I have Danny way higher than this. For some
I
reason.
had Danny significantly higher than this as well. He was
I had
my
Danny 4.
4.
I'm at
4, yeah.
Where's my list? I don't even
We're
know.
not seeing a lot from him, but I just don't see a path to where he goes in this tribe. I don't know when a swapper merge is coming, but I don't see him going from a blue tribe tribal. So therefore, I think he's in a great spot, and so I ranked him high.
I think I put
we have so little.
too.
Yeah, we just have so little to work with a lot of these people. So like for me, it's easy to rank people at the bottom because they're the people that are at the bottom of their tribes, don't have numbers, are out. But there's a big clusterfuck between 9 and 3 realistically.
That's true.
It's a big cluster of people. Like for me, I just picked the people who didn't seem to be doing bad things and put them high. Danny's thing out of the trouble. He's in with Deshawn and Cindy, it would seem, and he's not the one talking about throwing challenges next week. He's the one talking about not. So he seems to be level-headed. He seems to be in a great spot, and I actually think he should be ranked significantly higher than this.
Yeah, it's funny that you said 3 through 9 is like just the clusterfuck area because that's the exact ones that I scratched out. Like I've scratched every single person's name out on those numbers and had to rearrange. So I put Danny at number 5. Like I said, he doing fine. He right in the middle. I love it. He gon' I feel like he was the reason that they pulled through on that challenge. And he carrying their ass.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about Danny and didn't have him ranked, but I would have had him ranked. I just don't.
It's easy to do with the blue tribe. It's easy to do.
Blue tribe, like every single person besides Nasir and Cindy, this episode was featured. So like I couldn't keep track. So
I feel like I ranked them, especially him and Deshawn. But each time we do this, I put little up arrows next to their names, like. Oh, nice. Based on like what you guys talked about, I probably would have put them higher. So it's getting a little bit easier to see my top 10, but I
should write notes. You're right. I should write notes. That's a good idea.
Oh, I have pages of notes. Pages. Commentary.
It's good.
That's good.
Well, number 7 is Xander. Alex was called a Xander hater last week in the comments.
I still am.
And he is. And
I still am.
I stand with my boy in the comments. Alex is a hater.
I guess so. I guess I'm a hater.
How did y'all rank this guy? This guy was one of the easy no ranks for me.
I didn't rank him either. Thank you.
At the bottom of this tribe.
I'm not the only hater.
He is the only reason that they didn't have to go to tribal.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
So far at the bottom of that tribe, though. He's so far. He's got no.
It doesn't matter if you don't have to go to tribal. It doesn't fucking matter where you are.
When you get to the
Keep
merge,
your ass out of the elimination. It does not matter where.
But you have Tiffany in there, which will lose a challenge for you, like in the near future, right? Xander can't throw bags into a fucking thing every single time.
She's consistently bad, but she tries.
She tries. No, I'm not saying she's not trying. I'm saying she is going to drag that team down. So you're going to see him at tribal. And when he has no vote and no one's with him, he's gone. And he's good at challenges. So like that actually works against him.
I'm not totally 100% convinced that Tiffany can't go before him. I'm not 100% convinced that can't happen.
I mean, fair enough, but at this current moment,
no, dude, he gonna get the idol next week, bro.
Oh no, guys,
he has no vote, and
y'all are too like sucking his meat right now. Like everyone, take a step back. Bro. I know he has large nipples for you guys to like look at, but he need like you guys. I don't think he's playing a good game. Like,
listen, nobody's sucking any meat. Okay, I'm married. Aspen, aren't you a lesbian?
You're not sucking his
Like,
meat?
nobody's sucking any fucking meat around here. Okay.
What?
I
If you're
put
married,
Xander-
shouldn't you be sucking someone's. Okay, anyway.
I put him exactly at 7. This is exactly where I ranked him. Kind of also why I ranked Genie. I mean, he still has an extra vote that when his idol is restored, he gets. And he has an idol that I do think is going to be found very soon. And then you have an idol and an extra vote. And suddenly Xander's a lot more dangerous than he is. But I agree, if he goes to tribal, he's screwed.
The problem is like that I think that we're not seeing is that even if he fades tribals for the next 2 till they're merged, he's got no numbers. He's gonna fall into the Ozzy, Malcolm. Let's get the big athletic guy out because he's got no friends and he can't win every single.
But if he can get his idol to that point, it could help for sure.
And there's other big guys out there that are going to be winning challenges. He's going to be joining with Danny and Deshawn and JD, who's this weird little player. The attention is going to be on him because he's all shisty and like, you know.
Well, I love the words.
Background. Xander's going to make some friends, y'all. He's a good-looking dude. He's got nice shoes. He's going to make.
What is happening? What is going on?
He got nice shoes. That's all that matters.
I had not noticed the shoes at all.
He gonna be all right. Thank you, Meg. Thank you.
See, I'm here for it.
Xander remains our most, controversial, I guess, ranking so far.
He's worked on that tribe. Like, I agree with you, Nick.
Yeah, we need to see him work.
There was a small chance that Tiffany could go before him, but I think it's a very small chance.
And also, I mean, there's a shot he gets the idol before that too.
That's what I'm thinking. I think if he gets the idol, I don't think that the girls pile votes on him. I think they fall onto voting each other, and Xander probably doesn't even have to play it.
I'll also say he's getting an edit that I feel like would be like him going far. However, Brad had a pretty good edit like this whole season so far, and he's gone. Like, I don't know how these edits actually prove.
Brad's edit wasn't good.
It wasn't.
He just had an edit.
He had an edit. Last episode was a lot about Brad, and fucking he's gone. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, any final thoughts on Xander?
I still had him at 3.
Y'all crazy.
Yep, and he got 4 from me.
Delusional.
Number
my Alex on this one.
Thank you.
You might get called a hater in the comments, Matt.
It's all good.
And got 2.
If pointing out the guy who was clearly 4th on his drive before is hating, then I guess I'm hating.
I guess I'm hating.
He's clearly 4th on that drive.
Number 6 is JD, who's up 1 despite his having a rough episode, which I kind of agree with, honestly.
He's scrappy. He's evaded both tribals. So, like, he was involved in 2 tribals where people may have wanted him gone, and look where he is here. Sorry, I have to defend my person, even though he's not playing the best game, but he has survived. So I'm happy he's still here. I was gonna be down 1 to 1 person, guys. I was gonna be like the worst player here, or the worst drafter here.
You still are, Alex. Don't worry. He going home.
I don't know. Mine's draft's pretty bad too. So
no, my draft is okay. Leanna's kicking it. I see her going far
now. Okay.
He had a good week, I thought. I mean, even though it was kind of a weird. And again, I think all my ratings, which I'm noticing after talking to you guys, if you're in an alliance who has the numbers in your tribe, I'm ranking you high. If you're not, I'm ranking you low. It just seems like the logical thing to do.
Yeah.
He hit the majority of his tribe. Like him, hate him, whatever. He's got Chantel and he's got Ricard.
Yep.
Therefore, he's going to be fine till the merge.
God, that makes me so sad. I had to rank him.
Why?
Sadly, because I just do not like him. It was so sloppy of him to come back and have that note out. That shit was sloppy. Like,
crap hit the fan, and the fan was made of crap. Okay.
Okay. He even know. Like, it just was pathetic.
But then how did the way he played it, I thought was kind of like the best way he could. Like, he didn't expect himself to have a freaking piece of paper hanging out, right? So the way he handled it was still okay. Like, It was enough for them to trust him one more tribal, which is all you need in this game, is for one round's trust.
He handled it the only way he could. Like reasonably. He handled it the only way he could. Like you just got what are you gonna do?
But people still might not do that. Like, I don't know, like people play it weird, people play.
I agree. That's what I mean. He did the only rational thing you can do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Agree.
The only thing you can do.
He literally said to her, like, you're not supposed to tell people you have an idol when you're in Survivor. Like, can you really hold this against me? Like, okay, you caught me. Now we can share this information. But like, it wasn't like he was saying, like, I really don't like you, don't trust you. But like, we don't tell each other about idols. You're not supposed to. Like, everybody else is though.
So his reasoning was great for it, the way he handled it. Like his reasoning to her, I thought was the only way to do it. And he executed and they trusted him one more time. And that's important. So I don't know.
A lot of people wouldn't have taken the leap to give her the advantage too.
Yeah.
Here, hold on to my advantage.
He explained himself well and then gave it to her and was like, here, like I'm indebted to you to keep me
okay, Alex, get the dick out your mouth or whatever.
That's the only one I'm sucking today.
Oh man. JD was getting on my nerves in this episode. He looks up to Woo and he's reminding me a little too much of Woo because Woo's pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, true.
But honestly, there's a very few people I could see winning this game right now, and he's kind of one of them. I could see him actually turning his game around.
Yeah.
Bro, it's because he cried about how much Survivor meant to him and it shaped him as a kid. Like, if I had to hear that story one more time.
And it works.
I really thought he was going because they gave him a moment to like share his story. And normally that's when we say goodbye to people, when we like learn really why they're here.
I was so happy. I was jumping for joy when he was telling that story. I was like, oh, last time I got to hear this. Whew, thank goodness.
You'll hear it several more times. At least 3 more times. You'll hear it at least 3 more times.
Any final thoughts on JD?
I think he's the only player so far that's actually succeeded in being like this sort of sneaky sort of player that is scrappy, and because I just feel like everyone else is kind of sticking to their alliances, and then the ones who aren't doing that, they're getting caught. So I don't know. I think he
got caught though, Alex. He
got caught, but he's still here, and I think they're gonna use him again. So
you guys see him belly flop when he dove in the water?
Pathetic.
Why was he doing those freaking jump shots, bro? Like, who said it wasn't NBA? That was iconic. Who was that?
It was
Brad.
Shan is literally the main character of the show because that was hilarious. He kept doing a fucking like layup, like jump shots, and I'm like, dude, throw the damn thing right. And he never got one right. So I was really shocked. I was like, he's going home. Like, I'm losing all my players at this point. I'm just going to be down with Leanna at this point. I was so sad.
Honestly, he deserved to go home for acting like that.
He did.
And it was pathetic. And it's like, boy, people in the NBA don't even look like that. Like, what are you doing? It was just sad. It was fucking pathetic. I'm like,
he was bullied, Aspen. He's trying to prove himself as an athlete now.
He is safe.
Also, how old is this man to be bullied and also like a really good athlete now? Like how much life has he lived to be bullied so much and also a really good athlete?
High school and college.
Is that what happened? Because that's crazy. That's not that big of a story. Like that's like maybe 8 years total of your life so far. Like chill out.
Alex, don't victim blame.
Victim? Oh, you're right. He was bullied. You're right. I was just, for me, I'm just like, was he bullied? Like, was he really bullied? If he was an athlete at one point, like I don't know.
JD, we're talking about JD, right?
Yeah.
Was he really bullied?
Was he really an athlete? I think that's the bigger question.
That's what I'm saying. All these. I don't know.
I think he was.
I was being facetious. Like, yes, he was definitely bullied.
Okay, that's fucked up. How do you know?
He screams like somebody a bully would target.
No, he does. He's so weird and like, like honestly, probably if I was a bully, which I'm not, I probably would have bullied.
That sounds sus. That's sus.
It does sound
you're a fucking bully, bro.
Aspen's the farthest thing from a bully you'll ever be.
I'm kidding.
Let's move
I'm not a
on.
bully, but if I was,
Wow.
Number 5 is our biggest jumper, jumping 8 spots. Ricard gets to number 5.
Why is he being ranked? I'm confused.
Right?
Why not?
He has some numbers.
The majority. He's Chantel's number 1, arguably. She's the strongest player in the game. How do you
Shan's making all the moves,
right?
And he's her number 1, right? So all the focus will be on her when they want to take someone out of that alliance. It's not going to be Ricard.
Yeah, as long as Ricard's not, Hassan Meg, and you're just following along and actually has some play at the merge, I think Ricard has actually a good shot at this game. He's my only hope of winning this fucking game for my traps. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never knew with that kid what was going on.
I know.
What was he watching?
know,
He was
but
loyal. He was loyal.
He had a good grip on the game, though.
Was
knew
he
what
loyal
happening.
though? Or
He
was he just unaware? I don't know.
Hassan was Team Meg until the very end.
No, he threw you under the bus at one point. I'm almost
No,
positive.
not until Meg was out. Then he did.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Which is fair play. If you're my ally and I go out of the game, feel free to trash me from here to the ends of the earth, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Oh,
But for me, to answer Mike's question, for me, I ranked Ricard 5th simply because he's Chantel's number 1, and she's in a really good spot. So I feel like he's in a really good spot.
Yeah, Ricard was my number 3. Maybe I was just being a homer because I don't even know why he was quite that high. But I do feel like he's in a good spot.
pretty high.
Unless Genie finds the idol.
who?
If Genie gets an idol, and then I think she votes.
Oh, then she would use it. Yeah, she would go after Ricard probably.
Yeah. And she gonna get that idol.
And she gonna spell his name right.
Right. Yeah.
Get it right.
That was funny. That was pretty funny.
Do you think, was he talking about her though, or was he talking about JD?
He was talking about her, the first tribal she voted for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought when he was like, "Oh, there's people here you can't trust," I thought he was talking about JD because he had.
Let's just be real. When somebody writes your name down in one of these games, like you don't trust them anymore. Like
you can't. It's impossible. Kind of.
They have let you know they want you out on some level, and unless you have a complete, like a conversation that really is productive and good and squashes everything, that person are going to be at each other for the entirety of the game.
That's why when you take a shot, you better make sure it hits, it lands,
Don't vote obliviously. Don't throw that one random vote tribal.
Like Genie did.
You never know when it could come back.
I still need to know why she voted for Ricard because I feel like that made no sense. If she was part of a Brad alliance, like why vote against what he was thinking? I don't know. Like it was just weird.
What?
Yeah, I mean, Mike's theory had made sense, but I don't know if that's true.
But at this point, I don't know if it's true. Yeah, like I don't know if that's her line of thinking for real.
I believe it. I mean, what's the other reasoning?
She just doesn't like.
She was confused.
We love it when someone just votes someone because they don't like them. Love that strategy. But I do think she's a bit brighter than that.
We'll see. Number 4 is Leanna, up 1 spot. I mean, her edit's weird to me, honestly. I don't really know.
It is kind of weird. I mean, she looks like a good athlete, like honestly, I'm just proud of her for how like well she swims and she contributes a lot in challenges. I respect it. So
yeah, Xander's not the only one carrying that team. Leanna does.
It's Leanna, yeah.
What was she crying about? It annoyed me.
She was crying because her fucking mother, this girl's mother, made her choose between parents when she was 5 years old. I was rage writing my notes in capital letters. The story that she told pissed me the fuck off.
Wait,
biggest villain of the season is Leanna's mom.
Yeah.
She was crying.
Wait, who are you pissed at?
The mom, the Leanna's mom was.
Oh, okay. I thought Meg was
Leanna.
pissed at Leanna. I was like, why are you pissed at Leanna?
I'm pissed at her fucking mother. What kind of person are you? I really hope that Leanna's mom watches our podcast so I can tell her what a fucking bitch she is for making her.
No, it is true though. That's
5 years old.
That's very traumatizing.
5 fucking years old, and you made your kid choose between the two of you in front of you, and her poor dad's crying because she chose
Breaking his heart. Yeah.
Listen, I thought that was Chantel.
Was
No,
it?
that was
I
Leanna.
don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
it was
was-
Chantal actually. That
Okay.
was Chantal.
Oh,
Either
shit.
fucking way then. Sorry, Leanna's mom. You're not.
Oh.
That's directed at Chantal's.
Over here, Rihanna's mother.
Wait a
I was so
second.
mad. I
Meg
didn't
just
even
went-
write down who was
Meg
talking.
went-
I was just like, 5 fucking
Le-
years old.
Liana's mom is bored at home. She turns on a survival podcast. gives it
She
a
watches
listen.
that and she's like,
And
I did not do
it's
that to
like,
her.
Please name this
that.
one. I'm sorry, Leanna's mom.
Which takes me back to my question.
Yeah, why was Leanna crying on the
What was
beach?
And I don't even know.
Yeah, what was
Oh,
weird
she
about
didn't
her?
want to vote out. She was mad at herself for voting out Voce.
Yeah.
I came here to play and I'm not.
She knew it was not the right choice.
Oh yeah, it's probably not the right choice.
No, should have voted out Tiffany's ass.
No,
Duh.
No,
No,
Xander.
Xander.
If she wanted to vote out Xander, you're
Guys,
Yeah.
Aspen, what is happening? Why are you as Xander stand like this?
And I was like, no, she literally said she wanted to vote out Xander.
Yeah, not Tiffany. What?
No, well, I missed the first 15 minutes of the episode. Honestly, y'all know how I am.
You didn't miss much.
You didn't miss anything. Yeah, nothing important.
Okay.
She missed that part though, then.
Yeah, you missed the crying.
Wait, so who said she was annoying? Who said she was annoyed with her
I
crying?
was annoyed with her crying because it was.
Oh, okay, but that somehow that turned into Shan's story.
Yeah, that's why I
was a
said though
little-
that her
I was
edits.
wondering why you were annoyed at her crying when her story was so sad.
No, when you said what it was, I was like, "Ooh, that's a good reason to cry." But then whenever it has, I was like, "Yes." Like,
Oh my god, that was so confusing. That's so funny.
Wow, that was 5-star right there, y'all.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that
write
was
who I
top
was
tier.
writing about. So
That
when
was
you
top
said
tier.
crying, that it just like sparked this.
if you're crying because you got out enemy one,
Wait, Meg. Now you have to yell at Shan's mom because like you yelled at
Oh, we're
Leanna
not
for
there.
no reason. You gotta-
Any other thoughts on
We'll get there when
Leanna?
we
I mean,
talk
she's
about
number
Shan.
4 for reasons I don't know. I mean, I like her. I like her position. Her
Yeah,
head is
I
just
love her
weird to me.
position. I think she's playing very, very invisibly, but not invisible, if that makes sense. So
she's in a similar spot to Ricard, I think. Like,
Yes.
she's a
She's-
lieutenant behind a very powerful person that's gonna be targeted before she.
and that they usually go far. People who are hiding behind big players in the beginning.
What did you know?
Oh,
Number 3 is Deshawn.
true.
Same spot as last week.
I put him at, I think the same, one of the close to where I put him last week. I put him at 2 this week. He seems to be in maybe the strongest position on Blue Tribe. I actually think Danny's position is stronger, but Deshawn, I think, has a better edit, a better chance of winning the game. He has the cross tribe connection with Evie. So
Yeah.
I ranked Deshawn higher than Danny, but clearly seems to be in the driver's seat.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll stand that.
I second that as well. It's exactly. I had him 3rd. He seems like in the best spot on that tribe.
He's playing smart.
He's the reason they won that challenge too. I mean,
That
like,
too, yeah.
He did a great job at that. Like that's how you do it, JD.
It's not NBA.
Xander
bro.
won it too, so
It's
I don't know.
NBA.
Alex, how come you can give Deshawn credit for winning the immunity challenge, but you can't give it to Xander?
Listen.
He's a hater.
listen. I'll give him credit for winning the challenge for them. That's impressive. Yes. What I'm saying is Deshawn is completely different from Xander in position and where he's at. He has a vote.
I
He
can
still has a
agree.
vote. How about
can
He's
agree
that?
not
with
in the
that.
bottom. He's in the Power Alliance.
I'm not
He
disagreeing.
has
with that.
smaller nipples.
But if you're gonna give credit for one thing, you have to give it to somebody else that did the same thing.
No,
Okay,
Meg, it's
okay.
okay. Alex just hating because he don't like his nipples. That's what the
Yeah, that's the takeaway. Yeah, that's the main
Sad is I
takeaway.
didn't even notice the nipples, but now it's the first thing I'm gonna
Yeah, I
fucking
didn't
look
notice
at
it
next
either.
Wednesday. I'm
I
gonna be like,
know.
Y'all are
You're welcome.
He could have not had any nipples
You're
at all,
welcome,
and I
question
wouldn't
mark.
Yeah, Deshawn's one of other. There's like 4 people that have a decent edit, and he's one of them. So
He is one of them. Yeah.
that's about all. Well, our number 1 and number 2 flipped again. Evie drops to 2nd, down 1.
I mean, there was no edit.
Yeah, I don't. What happened?
I
with
mean,
her?
I left them the same because I'm like, were they just gonna flip flop back and forth each week when either one is like
They
has
are.
more screen time? So
Yeah.
To me, they're pretty even keeled right now.
Yeah.
She did good on the challenge. Like, she got across the thing somewhat quickly.
Who?
Evie.
Not really. I thought she was pretty slow. No?
I thought she was pretty fast.
She did.
Jeff kind of called her out like, come on, Evie. You know how he is. So
yeah,
So
no, I
Oh,
thought. Well, she was the last one to get on there. Like when she started first, I thought she took a while. I mean, Tiffany took a while.
Xander went last. What?
No, when they went
like
first.
her group.
Like
she
all
went
three.
first.
So when they started, she was the last person to get off the thing.
oh yeah, because it was Deshawn and
Yeah.
Chantel, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I mean, I don't know if that's
You
impressive.
could tell she was tired too when she got
She
on
was
the
tired.
like podium because she just like
Sorry, I'm sorry.
like get in the water and she just like falls in.
I'm feeling spicy today.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm with Meg on this one though. I think 1 and 2 are just they're the two front runners by a mile, and everyone else is just behind them. You flip a coin on who's 1 and who's 2, but they are the two controlling the game at the moment.
You know, I would be satisfied to watch those two like be the big forces that go after each other during merge. Like that would be really cool to watch because I feel like that never happens with like two women who are like
They need
dominating.
to, I want to see them team up and just take this.
Well, I want that too,
Yeah.
but I would also want them like realistically, they're probably gonna fight if they have like their own people and they go in and they're all big players, right?
So what, is it gonna be another Meg and Q situation?
That's what I want. And then someone like Leanna just gets to the end because she's next to someone who is that big player, you know? That's what I'm trying to see. Leanna, Deshawn, like one of those, right? Or Ricard, yeah.
I mean, I just feel like though Evie and Chantal, they both have the edit that usually doesn't win. They both have a 4th place edit. But maybe one of, since there's 2 4th place edits, maybe one of them will actually win the game.
Or one of them will be first merge, I think. It's very likely to be like first merge, 4th place edit right now.
No way.
Well, Chantal is number 1. Apologies to Leanna's mother if you want to say anything about Chantal's mother.
Yeah,
Go,
Chantal's
Meg, go.
mother. You're a horrible fucking person. Come at me. I'll like report you. This is ridiculous. I'm a social worker, okay?
No, I agree.
Emotionally abused your child.
But also it's been like years, so I don't know what the report will do anymore. But no,
your daughter's literally crying on national television knowing the entire world is going to watch this and she shared that story. You're a stupid bitch.
Clearly that means that Shan probably feels she chose the wrong person to go with. Because like she's able to air that and be like really hurt by it. Like I just think she regrets how that happened. And the fact that, I mean, did she say her mom forced her to choose or was it both of them?
Her mom made her choose between her and her dad, like with the two of them when she was fucking 5 years old.
I mean, if
Chantel's mom, you can go click your heels and go fuck yourself. Okay.
That's just something that's gonna stay with her forever. I mean, look at how she struggled with choosing between JD and Brad. Like, and that's not something that she don't really care that much. But like,
no, she traumatized her child. Traumatized
forever.
her.
I mean, it's never gonna leave her. It's never gonna leave her. I mean, she was 5. That's probably her first core memory.
My daughter's like 4.5. I couldn't imagine looking at my little girl and being like, okay, who do you want to go with, mommy or daddy? Also wouldn't ask because she would choose dad. So I wouldn't ask that. My 7-year-old 100% would choose me.
Yikes.
It is tough. It's tough whenever she had Brad and JD both showing her extreme loyalty.
Yes.
In this episode, they both showed her undying, unwavering loyalty. And so
she probably should have voted out Genie.
Yeah.
Should have voted out Ricard.
Exactly.
That shows how close her and Ricard are.
Yeah.
Actually, the fact that Brad does all this for her and JD does all this for her, and she still feels closest to Ricard, says that those are probably very, very close.
Very close. Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks because both of them really did show her that they really wanted to work with her deep into the game. So I don't understand why they didn't go Genie, quite frankly. For why Sean didn't push Genie, because she's the one that
because Genie's masterminding the whole game, guys.
No.
Stop, people.
That's right.
Candace, she's putting herself in a position where she's being like dominating over JD, and he's gonna fall into that submissive role underneath her. Both of their personalities are so perfect for this relationship between the two of them. Look at what she looked at him and was like, I'll give it back when you're not grounded anymore. Like, ha ha ha, but no, really, I'm gaslighting you right
Yeah,
now.
literally.
Yeah, that part was kind of weird. It was like, ooh, this is making me uncomfortable.
Oh, but he's like, yeah, I know.
Weird dynamics, right? Like it was a very but I mean, Shan did it in a way that like probably made him feel more safe than like unsafe, even though that's an awkward situation to be in, right? And I also will say like it's possible that if she did try to suggest Genie, it could really fall on her, and like everyone's like, wait, Shan's just like the most connected. And she's just calling on the shots. Why don't we just take out her now? You know, then you'll separate her and Ricard. Like I don't think it's a bad idea to vote one of Brad or JD out, like choose one, you know, because they're obviously going at each other. But I will also say, I think Brad was more loyal to her than JD was, because JD was forced to tell her. Brad went and told her like 2 different things that he has. So in my head, I'm like, if you're gonna have to really choose, why choose the person you caught versus
because
someone who
she can control him.
Yeah, he got weird.
He's not a threat. Brad is a threat in a way, especially at a merge. Brad could be a threat. He's a guy. He does well in challenges. He does well around camp. Like he's a little weird. People might like him, you know.
That's
but
true.
Like,
and if he has 2 advantages,
he has 2 advantages.
And he has 2 advantages. Yeah,
exactly.
If he had 1, it would have been JD probably. If Brad had stopped at that 1 advantage, then I think it would have been good for him.
Yeah. But she can definitely control JD. He'll do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I said it on the other video, but I felt like Chantal made the better move for her, because I do feel like if Ricard and Genie don't like each other already, and she already has Ricard and
keep them
Genie,
too. Yeah.
It's a good spot for her.
Yeah. Why get rid of Genie? She doesn't need, you know, her and Ricard are going to go for each other before you.
You're on mute, Fanga.
Oh yeah, Fanga, you're muted.
Fanga, you muted.
There's just not a lot of
people, you're muted.
There's just not a lot of people that are going to show her the loyalty that Brad did by telling her about those powers right away, coming at it. Like, that's a really rare thing. So I don't necessarily think she made the wrong decision by getting rid of Brad, but I can see why it was a very hard, emotional and tough decision.
Yeah.
Because for me, it would have been the same though. Because I mean, Brad's talking about 2 advantages. Like, come on, I can't. Yeah, you trust me,
like
but
kind of guy who would
it's too juicy to not get rid of.
You don't seem like Brad doesn't strike you as the kind of guy who'd use at least one of those advantages in it.
Maybe, but he also just strikes me as too wild for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would, if someone's coming to me about advantages, I think you got to keep that person around, because like you go down, all right, let's say if you swap with JD into, let's just say, a 4-2 minority, that extra vote ain't going to get you anywhere. But you swap with Brad, you got to steal a vote, which is a 2-point shift, and an idol. That's going to protect your butt.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to actually have both too.
Oh yeah, he has 1.5.
He might just have no vote.
Yeah, but also like what Mike is saying is true, because also it's early in the game, so like it's a threat that he has all these advantages or whatever. But if he's willing to tell you right away, you can use that for a bit, especially when you swap, especially when things are uncertain. And I agree. I think that it could be a good thing to keep Brad over JD, but I think she was fine either way. She controls the tribe either way. Like, we're just very picky right now. Like, we're picking at the little details. Like, she's still fine unless they all think to get rid of her. Like, if JD somehow has some balls to be like, we should get rid of her.
That's what I mean. I don't think it would happen now because Genie.
So she played it well.
Well, any final thoughts? It was a rowdy podcast.
These people need to hire the editors from Survivor South Africa. Clear the shop of the American editors. Get those people in here.
Wait, South Africa?
They do a great. I think they do a much better job.
Ooh.
Of editing, the editing was so weird. Like,
with
the whole idol situation, and like Jeff being like, Xander, do you have anything to say? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, make it more obvious that
it's so awkward.
Both of them found the idol, and y'all waiting for one other team to find the idol. Like, fuck. God, like Mike said, get their ass out of here.
I would say hire me as an editor, but I need at least an hour and a half. So I can't.
These
edit
people
40
get
minutes,
weeks.
sorry.
These people get weeks, Nick.
Nick's
Like,
episodes
No,
of
he's saying he
Survivor
wants
would
to make
be
the
Real
episode
Survivor.
He wants the episode longer, which I agree.
Your
I think-
episode would be like 3 hours long if you.
Yeah,
were
you have
editing
us.
Real
You have our shows at like almost 2 hours, and like
You'd be
nothing
like,
happens.
no, but
Like,
this conversation was
nothing
really
happens.
important.
There's some good moments, but I'm like, not everything happens really. Like, you know, like if you're editing Survivor, the show, with all that footage, I feel like your head would explode as well. Like it would be.
Yeah,
a lot.
I couldn't edit in 40 minutes.
I'm
But
totally.
also,
team
they're
hype,
still
Nick.
sucking though. Like
They need 2-hour
Yeah.
episodes this season so bad with how
They
much
do,
we get
because it's
shown as it
terrible
is.
the
editing.
premiere wasn't bad. The
It was only
premiere
an hour and
was
20
really
minutes.
good.
But the last two episodes are trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they probably do need the 2 hours or like an hour and a half.
Because, like I said, it's really only an hour and 20, right? It's not 2 hours straight. A 2-hour episode is an hour and 20 minutes of actual gameplay. And we need that.
Yeah.
We absolutely need that because we're not getting so many of the interactions on it's. I mean, we're harping about the Blue Tribe the most because that's what we're seeing the least of. But let's be real, we're not getting to see a lot of the connections on any tribe, quite
On
frankly.
any tribe.
We've
Yeah.
been confused about this tribe since the beginning. I think it's a little more clear now, but it took 3 episodes to get there.
Yeah, it's episode 3, and we just learned that Brad, Genie, and Shan are allegedly an alliance. Like,
And then now Brad's gone.
really? Right, exactly. Like they're just telling us things. They're not showing us things.
And
They're just
also,
like,
if Blue Tribe isn't gonna win, like if there's no winner from Blue Tribe, at least still fake it for us. Like I just now have to discard all these players most likely unless someone really like shines after a while. Like it's just so awkward to
I
watch.
still want to know your gameplay, like regardless of who the winner is.
Yeah,
Like, I'm interested in how you're getting
I need to
to
know.
wherever. Where did you go wrong? What did you do? You know,
Like
I like
Erica,
to talk
Heather,
about
like
what
I
you
need to
could
know
have done.
something from
Yeah.
you guys. Like,
I
what they
think the other
doing.
two tribes are going to band together against the Blue Tribe at the merge.
Yeah, the cleaners. It's gonna be the
So
cleaners.
you're saying the Blue Tribe is the cleaners.
and they're gone. They're gonna be gone. Sorry, Meg. Love you.
I can totally see it. I can totally see it happening.
Sydney is Meg at that
I need
point.
my boy Nasir. I need
hold
my boy
up.
Nasir to last
Are
that
you?
long.
No.
I'm saying
Rewind
Sydney
that
is
just real
technically
quick and
position
take that
wise.
back because there's
Position wise.
absolutely no way you can compare me to Sydney.
I'm saying position.
Besides the fact that she wants to team up with the boys because that's
I'm
my
saying position wise. Yes,
That's
that's
my
all I'm
game.
saying. Nothing else. Nothing else. You're nothing like Sydney except for the position. and what
She's
you guys
rude
wanna
as fuck.
No, she is really rude. No, I agree. You're not
I'm
like her
actually a really
personality.
nice person.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
everyone
Leanna's
except
mom.
Chantel's mom.
True.
Or Leanna's mom.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Well, on that note, until next week.